Welcome back to another episode. I've been doing a bit of, I still haven't put the front end back together. Been doing some flatting and polishing to try and get the paint finish a bit better. It's got some speckles on it from the mop. But yeah, that's what all the mess is there. Just trying some different compound and what was that, 360 Ferrari. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a bit of interior trim today. So I'm going to do a dashboard and hopefully some seat covering. Let's get on it. So what I've got there is a template that I've just cut roughly to fit in the aperture on the top of the dash. It's not quite the right shape. So I've just marked around that and left a bit more on the edges, so let's cut that out. So I have my model here. What we've done is made a bit of aluminium to sit in the dash. It's dropped down on that side, and this is going to be a binnacle shape for gauges. So we just make sure we've got enough leg room under the binnacle and that everything works. But Maddie's just said the seat is a bit too close, or it puts her head a bit too close to the roof. So I don't know if I need to cut out this bar that goes across the back that both the seats hook onto. Probably needs to come out, which is quite a major rework, to try and tip the seats back a bit more to get a bit more headroom. So yeah, it's kind of like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Let's do a bit more trimming on the dash. Just cut a hole roughly there so the steering column can go through, and then I've curved it around a piece of wood. We'll cover that with some leather shortly. So that is a basic dash. I've got a rev counter here, which could be for the engine when it goes in. This is a diesel rev counter, so it goes up to 6,000. And then these are curtain rings that I'll just take pictures of the original gauges and set them in behind there, which is what I did on the last one. I've got a switch panel in position there. I need to cut a bit more out the dash there to give clearance for the back of that gauge. So I'm just going to stick that in place and kind of mock it up. Just going to remove this black rim from this gauge. I've just put a cut through here so that I can peel that off with a view to putting a chrome one on. So quite pleased with how that's come out. That's the discarded aluminium ring. This was actually a little bit too big. This was a rubber seal which went round, and this is a Smith's 52mm bezel that I've used. So I've just glued it in place with Sikaflex, and I've put a little bit of satin black paint on the bottom where it said diesel. So that is the rev counter sorted. So lots of trimming later, and I have a binnacle, just sealed that with some Sikaflex sealer, and I'm just going to stick that onto the dashboard. Okay, that's the binnacle in place. So I've had to put some tape to hold it in position across there, so that's why there's sealant around here, and that's where it stops. And then there's sealant at the edges to hold it in place. So once that's set, I can pull it out, seam seal edges that I can't get to now, and cover it in leather. Maddie has agreed to stop growing before the summer. So I've changed the seat a little bit. There was a bar here, which I've cut a section out so the seat sits lower. This is just a sort of temporary measure. See if we can get this seat a bit lower to the ground. And it is about 2.5 inches. And dashboard and everything's in position and gluing now. I've just checked if the switch panel has switches on it that Maddie can reach. Goes to demonstration. Excellent. So that is it for today on the dashboard. Say bye, Maddie.